Have you been feeling a little more tired than usual lately? Perhaps experiencing some unexplained aches, a bit of fogginess in your mind, or those persistent digestive issues that seem to have become your unwelcome companions as the years go by? It's a common story for many of us as we get older. And it's easy to dismiss these things as just part of aging. But what if I told you that some of the very foods you believe are healthy and helping you could actually be silently working against your health, quietly contributing to that very decline? We often hear about the benefits of vegetables, and rightly so. They are foundational for good health. Yet, for those of us over 65, there are certain vegetables, or specific ways we consume them, that can inadvertently trigger inflammation, digestive distress, blood sugar spikes, and nutrient imbalances, leading to a noticeable decline in energy, mental clarity, and overall well-being. It's a painful reality to think that our well-intentioned choices might be holding us back from living our most vibrant life. But there's a secret many don't talk about. A subtle shift in how our bodies process food as we age. That makes some once harmless vegetables become problematic. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on 7 such vegetables that seniors over 65 must consider rethinking immediately to avoid serious health decline. We'll explore why they might be causing you trouble. And, more importantly, what wonderful alternatives you can embrace instead. This isn't about deprivation. It's about empowerment and feeling your absolute best. So, settle in, because I urge you to watch to the very end, as I'm going to share something truly surprising that could change everything for how you approach your diet and your health from this day forward. Let's dive right in and talk about the first vegetable that might be causing more harm than good for some of us, especially in the ways we commonly prepare and consume it. I'm talking about white potatoes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Potatoes are a staple, a comfort food. And yes, they are. But for many seniors, they can be a silent saboteur. The main issue with white potatoes is their high glycemic index, meaning they cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. When you're younger, your body might handle these spikes with ease. But as we age, our insulin sensitivity can decrease. This means your body struggles to efficiently process that sugar, leading to a roller coaster of blood sugar highs and lows. This isn't just about managing diabetes. Consistent blood sugar spikes contribute to systemic inflammation throughout your body. Think about it. Inflammation is a key driver behind so many age-related health issues, from nagging joint pain and arthritis flare-ups to a greater risk of heart disease and even cognitive decline. When you have chronic inflammation, every part of your body is working harder, leading to fatigue and a general feeling of unwellness. And let's be honest, how do most of us consume white potatoes often? They're fried as chips or French fries, loaded with unhealthy oils and salt, adding to the inflammatory burden and contributing to high blood pressure. Or they're mashed with butter and cream, which, while delicious, adds calories and saturated fats without necessarily boosting nutrient density. Instead of white potatoes, consider alternatives like nutrient-dense sweet potatoes, which have a lower glycemic index and are packed with vitamins A and C, or even rutabaga or celeriac, which can be roasted or mashed for a similar comforting texture without the drastic blood sugar impact. Imagine feeling less achy and more energetic simply by making a simple swap in your side dish. Now, let's move on to another group of vegetables that are undeniably healthy, yet can become problematic for some seniors, particularly when consumed raw and in large quantities. Certain cruciferous vegetables like raw cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower. These vegetables are powerhouses of nutrients, full of vitamins, fiber, and compounds that fight disease. However, as we age, our digestive systems often become a little less robust. The natural enzymes we produce to break down food might not be as abundant, and our gut motility, how quickly food moves through our system, can slow down. Raw, cruciferous vegetables, with their dense cellular structure and complex fibers, can be incredibly difficult for an older, more sensitive digestive system to break down completely. This incomplete digestion can lead to significant bloating, uncomfortable gas, and even abdominal pain. Picture yourself after a lovely salad with lots of raw cabbage or a big bowl of raw broccoli florets. Instead of feeling light and energized, you might feel heavy, distended, and even painfully gassy. This discomfort isn't just unpleasant. Chronic digestive distress can impact your body's ability to absorb essential nutrients, no matter how healthy the food is on paper. If you're not digesting your food properly, you're simply not getting all the good stuff from it. The solution here isn't to avoid these incredible vegetables entirely, but rather to adjust how you prepare them, gently steaming, roasting, or lightly sautéing. These vegetables can soften their fibers, making them much easier to digest without losing too many of their valuable nutrients. Think of a perfectly steamed head of broccoli or some roasted cauliflower florets. They are delicious and much kinder to your digestive system, allowing you to reap all their benefits without the uncomfortable side effects. Making this small change can lead to a noticeable reduction in digestive discomfort and an improvement in nutrient absorption, helping you feel lighter and more comfortable throughout your day. Moving on to our next culprits. You might be surprised by these additions to our list of vegetables to reconsider for senior health. Let's talk about corn, especially the kind that isn't organic or that comes in processed forms like corn syrup or heavily processed snacks. While corn is botanically a grain, it's often consumed as a vegetable, and for good reason it can be sweet and satisfying. However, for seniors, there are a few concerns. First, much of the corn available today, especially in North America, is genetically modified GMO, and it's also heavily sprayed with pesticides. While the long-term effects of consuming GMOs are still debated, many people find that avoiding them reduces inflammatory responses in their body. Beyond that, corn, particularly sweet corn, is relatively high in simple sugars compared to other vegetables. This can contribute to those unwanted blood sugar spikes we discussed earlier, potentially exacerbating issues like insulin resistance and inflammation. For some individuals, corn's tough outer hull can also be difficult to digest, leading to discomfort, gas, and bloating. Similar to the issues with raw cruciferous vegetables, if you notice digestive distress after eating corn, it might be a sign your body isn't processing it efficiently. Instead of relying on corn, especially processed varieties, consider other sweet, yellow vegetables that offer more nutritional bang for your buck without the potential downsides. Think about vibrant cooked yellow bell peppers, which are packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, or a variety of winter squashes like butternut or acorn squash, which offer complex carbohydrates, fiber, and a wealth of vitamins and minerals, supporting stable blood sugar and healthy digestion. Next up, let's tackle two incredibly healthy leafy greens that, paradoxically, can be problematic for some seniors when consumed in excessive raw quantities, or by individuals with specific health conditions in spinach and kale. Now, let me be absolutely clear. Spinach and kale are nutritional powerhouses. They are bursting with vitamins, minerals, and powerful antioxidants. However, they are also high in compounds called oxalates and rich in vitamin K for the majority of people. This isn't an issue, but for seniors who are prone to kidney stones, particularly those made of calcium oxalate, consuming very large quantities of raw spinach or kale daily can increase their oxalate load, potentially contributing to stone formation. It's a specific concern for a specific group, but one worth being aware of. Furthermore, vitamin K plays a crucial role in blood clotting for seniors on blood-thinning medications. Consistent, extremely high intake of vitamin K-rich foods can interfere with the effectiveness of these medications, making it harder for doctors to manage their dosage. It's not about avoiding them entirely, but about consistency and moderation. The key here is not to eliminate these superfoods, but to be mindful of your intake if you fall into one of these categories. A great way to reduce the oxalate content in spinach and kale is by cooking them. Steaming, sautéing, or blanching can significantly lower the oxalate levels, making them safer for those at risk for kidney stones while still retaining many of their nutrients. For those on blood thinners, consistent, moderate intake is often the recommendation from healthcare providers. If you're looking for other nutrient-dense greens, consider cooking your spinach or kale, or explore options like collard greens, turnip greens, or even romaine lettuce. which offer a different nutrient profile and are generally lower in oxalates and vitamin K. It's about balance and making informed choices based on your unique health needs, ensuring these wonderful greens truly work for you. Now, let's move to another group of vegetables, the nightshades, and specifically eggplant, which can be an issue for a particular subset of seniors. Eggplant is a versatile and tasty vegetable, often found in Mediterranean and Indian cuisines. However, like tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes, eggplant belongs to the nightshade family. While not everyone is sensitive to nightshades, some individuals, especially those with inflammatory conditions like arthritis, fibromyalgia, or certain autoimmune diseases, report that consuming nightshade vegetables can exacerbate their symptoms. They might experience increased joint pain, stiffness, or digestive upset after eating eggplant. The compounds in nightshades, particularly alkaloids, are thought to be the culprits for these sensitivities. It's not a universal problem, and for many, eggplant is perfectly fine. But if you've noticed unexplained flare-ups of pain or inflammation, and you regularly consume eggplant, it might be worth an experiment. Try eliminating eggplant from your diet for a few weeks to see if your symptoms improve, and then gradually reintroduce it to observe your body's reaction. This is about truly listening to your body and becoming aware of its unique responses. If you find eggplant is indeed a trigger for you, there are many delicious alternatives that can offer a similar texture and absorb flavors beautifully. Consider zucchini or yellow squash, which are fantastic in stir-fries, roasted dishes, or even as a base for veggie patties. Mushrooms can also provide a hearty, umami flavor and a satisfying texture in many dishes where eggplant might typically be used. It's all about finding what works best for your body to reduce inflammation and enhance your comfort. Next on our list are peas, especially when consumed from a can or even some frozen varieties that might have additives. Green peas are often seen as a harmless, sweet addition to any meal, and fresh, organic peas can certainly be part of a healthy diet. However, for many seniors, peas can become a source of digestive discomfort. They contain certain types of carbohydrates and fibers that, while generally beneficial, can be fermented by gut bacteria in a way that produces a significant amount of gas and bloating in sensitive individuals. This is particularly true for those with irritable bowel syndrome (IBS) or other pre-existing digestive sensitivities, which tend to become more prevalent with age. Think about it, feeling bloated and gassy after a meal can completely ruin your day, making you feel sluggish and uncomfortable. Beyond the digestive aspect, the concern with canned peas often lies in their processing. Canned vegetables, while convenient, are frequently high in sodium, which is a major concern for seniors trying to manage blood pressure. The canning process can also diminish some of the delicate vitamins and minerals found in fresh produce. While frozen peas are generally a better option than canned, always check the ingredient list to ensure there are no added sugars, salt, or preservatives, instead of relying heavily on peas, especially if you experience digestive issues or are watching your sodium intake. Consider fresh snap peas or even fresh green beans, which we'll talk more about in a moment. Other options like roasted carrots or sweet bell peppers can provide that satisfying sweetness and texture without the potential for gastrointestinal upset. It's about choosing forms and types of vegetables that support your digestive harmony, rather than disrupting it. Finally, let's talk about a very common vegetable often found in countless pantries: canned green beans. Many of us grew up with canned green beans as a staple, perhaps simmered with a bit of ham or bacon for flavor. And while they might seem innocent enough, for seniors aiming for optimal health, canned green beans often represent a missed opportunity for superior nutrition and can even contribute to health issues. The primary concern here is the sodium content. Canned vegetables are typically preserved in a brine that is incredibly high in sodium. For seniors, excessive sodium intake is a well-known contributor to high blood pressure, which in turn increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. Many of us are already getting far too much sodium from processed foods without adding more from our vegetable choices. Beyond the sodium, the canning process itself, which involves high heat, can significantly diminish the nutrient profile of green beans. While some vitamins and fiber remain, they often lack the vibrant freshness, crunch, and full spectrum of delicate nutrients found in their fresh or properly frozen counterparts. It's a classic example of convenience potentially coming at a cost to your long-term health. Think about it. Integrity. Are you truly getting the most benefit from your vegetables if they've been sitting in a salty solution for months instead of canned green beans? Always opt for fresh green beans whenever possible. They are crisp, flavorful, and packed with vitamins C and K, as well as essential minerals and fiber, without any added sodium. If fresh isn't available or convenient, high-quality frozen green beans are an excellent second choice. They are typically flash frozen at their peak freshness, locking in nutrients and flavor, and they contain no added sodium unless specified. Making this simple switch from canned to fresh or frozen green beans is an easy way to significantly reduce your sodium intake and boost your nutrient consumption, making a real difference to your heart health and overall vitality. So, we've walked through 7 vegetables and specific ways of consuming them that, while seemingly harmless or even healthy, can quietly undermine your health as you age. We've talked about how certain high-starch options like white potatoes can spike your blood sugar and fuel inflammation. How too much raw cruciferous vegetables can wreak havoc on your digestion, leading to uncomfortable gas and bloating, and how heavily processed corn or canned green beans can contribute to inflammation, high sodium intake, and nutrient deficiencies. We also explored how even superfoods like spinach and kale, when consumed excessively raw, can pose issues for specific conditions like kidney stones or blood-thinning medication, and how nightshades like eggplant might exacerbate inflammatory pain for some individuals. And let's not forget how peas, especially processed varieties, can lead to digestive discomfort. The most important takeaway here isn't to live in fear of your food or to feel restricted. Quite the opposite. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge. It's about understanding that our bodies change with age, and what served us well in our 30s or 40s might need a gentle adjustment in our 60s and beyond. This isn't about deprivation. It's about making smarter, more informed choices that align with your body's current needs, allowing you to unlock new levels of energy, comfort, and vitality. Remember, small changes truly can make a monumental difference to your health and happiness. By swapping out problematic choices for more supportive alternatives, you're not just avoiding decline, you're actively building a stronger, more vibrant you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you noticed any of these vegetables affecting you differently as you've gotten older? Do you have any go-to alternatives that you absolutely love? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below, because your insights can help so many others in our wonderful community. And if this video has given you a fresh perspective or helped you understand your body a little better, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more content that empowers you to live your best life every single day. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep thriving. You deserve to feel vibrant and full of life at every age.